Hey, hey. Hello, hello. Welcome back. All right. So, Capricorns, let's do a little May overview. We're going to take a look at what does the month of May hold. Um, I don't think I'm going to go with that deck, at least not yet. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not at all. We'll see. Whoops. Hang on. Grabbing multiple decks here. All right. Since we did this, let's get one out of here. We'll use all three of these. We're going to have to now. We have got employee, worker, service, consultation. So the month of May could have more care and consideration given to one's employees or being an employee. It could be that that's going to be, a major topic on our character's mind in the month of May. We have the Five of Pentacles, and this is the throat chakra. Someone could be speaking up on behalf of the work that they've done if they don't feel fairly compensated for it. They could be having more concern for the people that they work with, the people, that are hard workers. This could be like characters that want to kind of like band together and actually look at things and see, okay, where can things improve here. We have Princess of Wands in the reverse with the heart chakra here. So this doesn't feel like we have all positivity, rainbows and butterflies in the month of May. It actually looks like there's a lot of hard work that isn't yielding great results, and somebody is like, you know what, my heart's not in this. This is not, especially if it's not yielding the results that I want. We could have a character saying, I might want to change career paths. We could have Capricorn saying, I don't think I want to keep doing this. I don't think I want to keep working this hard. I think I'd like to see some change. And in truth, like this could be either bringing concerns to a boss saying, I've lost my motivation because there's some stuff that really isn't making me feel very valued here. My heart is just not happy with the way things are. Sometimes acknowledging either to oneself or acknowledging like some things need to improve. That's not a bad thing to acknowledge what needs to be better. Because if we don't address it, then there isn't going to be any better. It's just going to be the status quo of like being bummed out. We have a King of Cups upright. Okay, this is beautiful. We are starting to see some shifts and change in the month of May. Addressing the things that our heart's not in anymore. If this was about a romance and it's like I've begun to feel like an employee and a not very valued one in my own relationship, airing out that concern could be like it gives the other person a chance to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. Maybe I have been kind of selfish. Maybe I've been looking out for number one instead of looking out for us. This is somebody who loves Capricorn, or this is a whole second topic where if Capricorn has, feeling like uninspired or something in their career path, Capricorn might actually be having that conversation with a loved one who could be like, well, then you need to make yourself happy. If you don't like doing what you're doing, Capricorn, I totally support you in exiting. Leave that job, look for something else. But what would you want? Capricorn might be at a place in May where they're trying to decide what they would actually want, what will make their heart sing, what will make them really happy. And they might say, I don't know just yet. This could begin a research phase. The month of May, I don't see like huge sweeping change. What we see is changes on the horizon because there's something that's being acknowledged, like this isn't enough to make me thrilled. And it could be that my work that I'm doing isn't making me thrilled. I want more pizzazz. I want more challenge. I want more even money, or I want more stimulating energy. So what do I need to do? I need to change for the positive, but I don't know what that change is going to be yet. So this could be a month where if Capricorn turns this into not like, I'm so bummed, oh, this is so awful, but instead they turn May into a month of saying, you know what? It's time I start investigating what else is out there. It's time I look around what else I could do, what else I could find, what else might really float my boat. And I do think Capricorn might have some nice support around them after all. Now, looking at the bottom line is it does seem that Capricorn wants a change, right? They want things to be different. With that Queen of Cups upright, now we have a matched pair. This could be one of two things. Either Capricorn gets some very unexpected support from a partner, and they're like, oh my God, the fact that my partner would support me in, a time when I'm not feeling like I'm satisfied in something, and they care so much about me that they want me to be happy. They want to support me in finding happiness. God, that makes me fall in love with them so much harder. Like, I'm so much more in love with them because I can't believe they cared that much about me, my happiness. That could be a surprise to discover, like, wow, this is somebody I could really like fall in love all over again with because they're supporting me right now. Or this could be a situation that is totally unrelated to the first chunk. This could be a brand new romance that seemingly sneaks up on Capricorn. They may be surprised to discover that they are becoming the Queen of Cups, that they are falling for someone. They may not have guessed it. They may not have expected it. The month of May has, maybe this is what our character needed. Maybe they were bummed out in something to do with work related issues because their heart was not feeling much excitement. But maybe what they've needed is better work-life balance. And maybe they've needed some pizzazz to come out of their life in their heart space in the realm of love. Sometimes when we're unhappy or we think we're unhappy in one area of our life, it's actually because we're unhappy in a different area. And when that different area starts to get fulfilled, it's amazing how other areas suddenly feel really good. So it could be something that could be interwoven, interconnected. This is a lot going on in 1 month, right? Oh my God, Capricorn, now we bring in a King of Wands energy. Why do we have a third individual? Okay, hang on. This could be getting a little bit sticky. This could be that Capricorn is starting to develop feelings for a different person and they wouldn't have expected to. And this could bring about the ending of a connection with someone else. That, or as Capricorn is getting interested in someone, that is the moment where a previously silent King of Wands suddenly is like, hey, Capricorn, I need to tell you I'm interested in you. If they're trying to head this off, all this feels like a shocker, okay? We went from Capricorn's busy thinking about changes that they may want to make in career path because they're not super jazzed about whatever's going on in the career realm. And so they're starting to, think about where they'd like to make changes, what career path instead would they want to go to. But then we got all this love stuff that comes up. And it feels like as Capricorn may unexpectedly be developing feelings for someone, it's like this King of Wands sees it happening and they're like, whoa, no, I got to shoot my shot before Capricorn's all booed up. I'm going to suddenly break silence. I'm going to go ahead and come running on in and show my heart. Okay, so there's a lot happening in the month of May. Capricorn, might be a bit overwhelming. Four of Coins. This is, whoever this was, he held back for a long time. This could be someone Capricorn did date once upon a time and they were not a very open book. This could be someone who never had opened up the treasure chest of their heart and now we can see that's what they want to. This could have been someone Capricorn dated the year before in Year of the Dragon. And suddenly, out of the blue, they're either coming forward, calling Capricorn, trying to get Capricorn to pay attention to them again. This is a heartfelt offer from somebody. It is, I don't see this as somebody unexpectedly leaving Capricorn's life. I see them as unexpectedly, the dragon is opening up the treasure chest, not slamming it shut. This change is where ego drops and all of a sudden we've got this outpouring. But how is that going to impact this surprising newfound romance that's been budding between Capricorn and someone else? How is that going to impact this? Because now it looks like Capricorn's going to have a choice between two. We have a King of Swords. I'm not going to read this as if Capricorn has to deal with yet another third option. I'm going to say Capricorn has to stand in their divine masculine energy, their decisive action making, decision taking kind of energy, and they're going to have to make a logical decision. Who am I attracted to more right now? If I'm more attracted to the person of the past and I want to give them another chance, fine. But if I'm more attracted to the person I didn't expect to be, developing feelings for, but here I am, then they probably need to go that route. But it's going to have to be a choice, and it's going to have to be, I pick this or I pick that. This is drawing a defined line in the sand between this option or that option. We have a 3 of Pentacles upright. Again, we see the choices, right? We see these choices. And I have to say, if you look closely, we have 3 hands, each bringing in 1 puzzle piece. Somehow, some way, Capricorn's, like, I'll say destiny was always headed to this moment where maybe Capricorn even needed to be faced with another option before they would be able to be crystal clear about what they want to do with that X. Maybe the timing is perfect. Maybe this is the way it all had to play out, where Capricorn was going to have to face a choice between 2 at the same time before they would have been able to figure out where they really belong. I really feel like one person's going to be a friend. The other one's going to be, delegated as a new romantic partner. But what could be interesting is, maybe these are 3 people that already know each other. That could be the other shocker. These 3 puzzle pieces fit together. Maybe it's going to be, I don't want to call it an awkward situation, because I don't think that there is going to be awkwardness all said and done, but it could be a very bizarre and non-traditional fix in this. It could be that Capricorn's like, I'm not going to date this person of my past anymore. But strangely, there's a song by Gwen Stefani, and Now We're Cool. And it's like, it is about 2 people that used to, be a romantic item, and they separated, and they both actually moved on into other connections. And they really genuinely have been able to become friends, and their partners are actually able to be like, there's no jealousy. It's like finally everybody is cool with each other and with their newfound partners. They actually want one another to be happy. And it just kind of feels like that's what this vibe is about. But I'm wondering if someone that Capricorn used to date is actually going to wind up being like still a part of their life, bizarrely, but there's just like no romance left there, because Capricorn is embarking on a new romantic journey that they did not see coming. It's changing them. I don't think Capricorn, and we haven't even seen Capricorn in this. Capricorn has shown up as a Queen of Cups. Capricorn has shown up as a King of Swords. Where's our Capricorn? It's almost like Capricorn's entire persona is changing. Their life is in change or flux. Their career path, the things that they want to do different in life, are changing. This could be somehow the romantic connections could also be involved in like business contacts. Heck, this could be Capricorn was running a business, and something is changing in the business that they have. Maybe they're not super jazzed with what the business is. Maybe they're going to hand it off to somebody else, because it's like, I'm really losing my interest in this. It could be that an ex winds up taking over the business, and it's like, I'll still be a silent business partner, but me and my new partner are actually going to both hold, stake in the company. It could be a lot of like intricacies, and yet somehow it all works better by switching things up. Everything winds up working better. This is kind of the craziest and like some of the biggest changes and transformations to see in a single month. This is all big ticket items, and not just like, randomly like, hey, someone's going to be healing from, a romance or something. This is like massive restructuring in kind of all the big stuff in life, career related stuff, business related stuff, romance related stuff. There's a lot of decision making. May could be one of the most changeable months, the biggest restructure our characters ever had in their life. And yet it all looks like it's going to turn out where all the puzzle pieces fit together so much better. Knight of Pentacles, there's our Capricorn. Now we can see, okay, all this big restructure so that things can get smoothed out and mellowed. And maybe this big restructure has taken a long time to come to fruition. Maybe there are some big changes in the tree of life that needed to happen even since last year. We have Year of the Tiger. So, or not last year, that would have been 2 years back. Maybe these big restructures have been needing to happen. And that's why, even though it seems like it all takes place in 1 month, maybe it mellows everything out. And it's like Capricorn's going, it doesn't even feel chaotic. It's all stuff that I knew was coming. Yeah, we got the Nine of Pentacles. Capricorn's like whole energy self was ready for this. They're ready for the transformations. They've wanted the transformations. They're feeling super abundant. They're feeling like they're, all their chakras are aligned. They're feeling like, of course, this is what I actually called in. This is what I wanted to have happen. So much better energy here, much better. Capricorn is not thrown into chaos during the month of May. They're actually embracing the things that have needed to come about in a long time. The only surprise in this is I think Capricorn is going to be surprised to discover the feelings that they develop for another person that turns out to be maybe their perfect partner, the one that they wind up marrying. I don't know if they would have expected this. With the moon being there, it could have either been hidden feelings that finally surface or a love story that deepens, but it does feel like it's surprising. Now, maybe it's a romance that can finally be openly admitted now that some things are changing in like the career world, but I don't know. It almost, to me, it kept feeling like that was the only surprise there was, is that Capricorn feels the feels for someone that I don't know that they expected to. All right. I'm going to leave that one there. That was really specific. In the next day or two, we'll get another Capricorn video out. But this one was like very, very focused. I can't help that. That was just what we got on this one. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.